Remote southwest Queensland, a vast area of open spaces, very few trees and flat gibber plains. On the long journey from the east coast, there are many different habitats to explore. One can expect to find all kinds of unique Australian fauna. Iconic species such as red kangaroos and emus are readily seen. In good years, after the rains have fallen, the bird life can be prolific. Hundreds of budgerigars can be quite a noisy and colourful spectacle. Many species thrive after the rains have fallen and then disperse across the continent when the waterholes dry up. Miraculously, even the vast gibber plains host good numbers of arid species, many of which survive without water. Further west, one wonders how anything can possibly survive in what appears to be such a hostile place. Raptors are a constant feature of these arid deserts. Falcons, kites and eagles hunt and thrive on the open plains. On my trip to southwest Queensland in 2020, there was one particular raptor I was very keen to find. This species was the only Australian raptor that I had yet to document on film. Driving a remote outback road, my long-held ambition was about to come to pass. Some distance away, a small bird caught my eye, and I assumed the bird was a pale-phased brown falcon. To my delight, upon closer inspection, it proved to be one of Australia's rarest and most unique birds of prey. The letter-winged kite, an Australian endemic, can only be found in the most remote parts of this vast continent. The bird was very vocal, possibly due to my presence, but probably also due to the black kite circling overhead. I've since read that the kites keep in contact with each other with regular vocalisations, What really sets this species apart is that they hunt at night. Their diet consists almost exclusively of the long-haired rat, a native desert species. This makes their very existence dependent on the populations of these rodents. Maybe their nocturnal hunting habits go some way to explaining their oversized red eyes, giving them a somewhat owl-like appearance. I was very fortunate to document the regurgitation of a pellet. These pellets contain all the indigestible parts of the rats, such as bones and fur. After a little while, the individual settled down to rest for the afternoon, giving me a great opportunity to enjoy this beautiful desert nomad. I stayed at a healthy distance to reduce any impact I may have, and this little bird was very relaxed. It occurred to me just how tough and resilient these fierce little hunters would have to be to live out here. To survive the windy, dry environment, along with the extreme temperatures day after day, is surely a testament to their resilience. This kite is one of 4 Elanus species worldwide, 2 of which are Australian endemics. The more common and widespread black-shouldered kite is superficially similar. The black-shouldered kite has a distinctive line behind the eye, as opposed to the letter-wing's dominant black oval shape around the eye. I also noted that the letter-wing had paler feet and appeared a little larger. Exploring the dry creek bed a little further, I noticed a second bird sitting below a nest. This species often recycles old ravens' nest, and this nest was certainly large. The letter-winged kites are masters of breeding just at the right time, as they predict when the rat population will be at a healthy level. In good years, when food is plentiful, the kites may raise several broods. Unfortunately, their existence is somewhat of a boom-bust nature, and many die of starvation when the long-haired rat population declines. It's possible that there were more nests along the creek, as another unique feature of this species among Australian raptors is their tendency to nest in loose colonies. Some colonies have been documented to hold over 100 individuals. As the light faded, I wondered how much longer they would be resting before they ventured out to hunt in the darkness. next morning, having camped nearby, I was keen to have one last look at this special little bird. Sure enough, the pair were sitting pretty on their favourite perches. In my short time here, I had only observed them very briefly on the wing, but did manage a couple of photos. Here you can see the underwing pattern from which they derive their name. Finding the letter-winged kite in such a remote location was a moment I had anticipated for many years, and one which I would savour. One day I hope to return to learn more about this stunning and unique little raptor.